the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameer Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the luxury, that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They know before the
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run here, the former Longhorn win. And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he's up to the 45. Calling a gain of 7, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And the Cowboy first down.
On first down, it's Blue. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll try and run again with Blue. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lane. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, take out the plays that work best for you. You know what you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Ric Flair.
Now it's gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
20. Super. Let him go. Cornell.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The Lions at 500 hit 6-6. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Tiger, Tiger.
Goff now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 for last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The ball away and it falls incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Looking to throw. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
So he thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Prescott. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners are playing the defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
Like 20.
Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As the season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Gone. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10.
180. 12.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Kevontae Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last series for him a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
No thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Hey, let's go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at the 35-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
The man downfield is in. It's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good strike, throw, and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, here we go, 46, line 8. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Prescott.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, baby. Hey, count. 26.
Now Prescott.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Line 8, 26.
Prescott from the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
14.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
What's Tiger?
Here's Goff.
And a pass caught. It's Williams.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go, 76. 76. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Goff. And this is caught. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 33
yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Wait, 20. Shell. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. 76. Tell him. 76. Turbo.
Now gone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have regained the lead. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Prescott to throw it. And he is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey now for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Cowboys 24, Lions 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Tonight, we're good. Wait, 20. 5. Maverick. Hey.
Back to throw. Gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He gets 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Hey, 5.
Goff now looking to throw. incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Bust through the tackle. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. We're going to 53.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 26 yards.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yeah, here we go. I think 20.
To throw is Prescott.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 47.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Yeah, here we go, 47. All right, here we go, 47.
Prescott on 3rd and goal.
He'll try and do this himself.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Cut! Block 20! What's that?
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is intercepted. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
28, 27.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They go again with Blue. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Prescott. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That is caught. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
7-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff, Blue running right. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down and brings up 2nd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And still fighting. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Prescott off play action. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
33, Lions 28. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Go, Brown, tonight.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Cut. Super. By 20.
Gone. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We go tonight. 185. 5.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football is not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah! There we go! Chill!
Looking to throw. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 32. That'll go as a pickup of 8. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Prescott. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 24 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
17.
Goff looking to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
So the completion gets him just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To the air again, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out, hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
And down he'll go at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
13 yards on the play.
Throwing, Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Prescott to throw it. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or
He's got him in, complete. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 26 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey good with the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. That's 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 7.
We go to the 180. Super one.
Goff now looks to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Take me out.
Tonight.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now 2nd and 5.
17-yard line.
Now you 3. We go tonight. 180. What's that?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And these guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 50. Cowboys 40. Jackpots to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's got Pickens, complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Prescott.
And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Dak.
He's going to let it fly.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That was what they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now Dak.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. Prescott.
That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.